Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the USN, the final game of the day. We're going to have Rogue and Our Bad. We saw Our Bad win. I believe it was 7-2. Yeah, 7-2, right? And then Rogue won 7-2 as well. They're going to meet up in the finals.
7-3.
Okay, 7-3, 7-2. Now they're going to meet up in the finals, and Team USA, they're going to have another shot to go ahead and finish this first process to getting to the final land out there in December.
Yeah, it should be pretty interesting. I think that this fight between these two teams is the one that's going to be squared up for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Again, the previous two games really didn't show too much face as to what could happen with these two teams. A little bit of a disappointment by Two-Face. I think Pittsburgh Embers put up a decent fight, but they had their coach in going up against Rogue. It just wasn't for the best. But now I think that we're going to have a pretty competitive game. Again, we have to see still where we're going to be going map-wise, but Rogue versus Our Bad, Beastly, former player. We've seen Our Bad perform extremely well on USN before, and actually, if I remember off the top of my head right now, I'll look it up just to make sure and confirm it a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that Our Bad is the team that beat Rogue the last time to shut them out.
Probably. And I was just speaking to the creators from the last game. He said, hey, you know, we messed up on the map ban and pick phase. Hopefully Our Bad, they're on point with it this time. Don't take Rogue, the Cafe. Take them to a map that's not favorable for them, and maybe you could cause the upset once more, because Rogue, Dark Zero, Space Station, they've all had troubles in this USN bracket. Rise Nation as well. And we've seen upsets back and forth. Parallax, you know, they made it to the next step. Let's see if Our Bad can go ahead and do that. They've been on USN, I believe, 2 times before, and they're tired of losing. They're ready to take it all the way.
Yeah, shoot. Again, I think that it's going to all determine on the map. As we saw, Our Bad is decent on Cafe, but we know we're not going there. Rogue has been undefeated on that map, all except for a map that they played with Ranger. So if you discount that, again, 18-0 on Cafe. We're not going there. Really, the only maps I can possibly think they could get through, they've seen them play Consulate. We could go there. Coastline is a possibility. I really don't see anything else. Maybe Clubhouse, but I don't see Villa in the cards, really.
No, not at all. In regards to Rogues, inconsistencies online and them not dominating like they usually do on LAN, what do you think is the cause of that? Is it just a subtle difference of being online versus LAN, or?
It's a difficult format.
Is it like growing pains ever since, you know, their Team USA victory after they picked them vertical, and just, you know, gelling as a team to just be flat out dominant without putting on the brakes at all?
Look, best of ones are extremely difficult. As we talked about, you have to be able to adjust on a dime. It's not something that you can do over an expanded amount of time. You have that more than likely 1 hour match to try and make something happen. And a lot of the times you get caught off guard by stuff. Rogue's getting a lot better at that. I will say that this is more or less built them into a more flexible team. We've seen that quite often. I mean, they were able to change things up and be pretty dominant over a extremely aggressive roster in the likes of Pittsburgh Embers extremely quickly. They were able to recognize that out in the first round and shut it down for the rest of the time. So, again, best of ones maybe aren't the best to determine who the absolute best in the world is, but
it can get unfair sometimes if you start on a bad map and you're on attack and this defender's sided.
Exactly.
Pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, it allows for very minimal errors.
Right.
But do have to cover one base real quick, though.
Yes.
We got the Venmo Community Spotlight, guys. Once again, if you guys don't know what that is, you guys need to know. There's a $700 prize pool. You guys put in your clips from around the community over on this link right here. It's your clips, not from USN, not ours. The clips you guys enjoy inside of ranked fun, fails, or otherwise incredible plays. We'll talk about them on the Monday show. You can win some cash in your Venmo account while doing it. First place, $500, Veli.
Yeah.
You can buy one of these Secret Labs chairs.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Get comfy.
Or pay some bills, or take the blue thing out for dinner.
Yeah. Hey, all I'm saying is next time that kid in rank asks you, what's your gaming chair, after you put him in the dirt, you can go, it's a Secret Labs chair. There you go.
Hey, remember the videos that you can put out there? It could be fun. It could be clutch moments. It could just be, straight up L's. You can still win money. $700 we're giving away for that. But the map that we're going to tonight, let's see what's going to be on our plate. What are you thinking? Consulate. Yeah, let's see. Consulate. Yeah. You aren't going to get your psychic on at all.
I'm not going to get my psychic on.
All right.
We already talked about it. I feel like Consulate's a good map for Our Bad. We've seen them play before. Yeah. I think that they're definitely not marketable. I'm trying to find a word here to describe what I'm looking for, but they're serviceable. Thank you. They're serviceable on Consulate. So I think that going up against Rogue, where they already have tape on what Rogue does here, isolate staircases, work their way slowly up towards site, unless Rogue really tries something brand new, which more than likely they're not. I mean, we got Raleigh, a lot of stuff around the corner for them. It should be a pretty good game. I
feel like Consulate is a good map for Rogue, especially with the fact that you have vertical and so many other slayers that can roam around the map and just make a big difference.
Yeah.
their play is going to be extremely important. I'm interested to see how they're going to fare on defense. On attack, they're going to run into some issues. If Tuffy and Glitch start to play the same way they did last series on defense, I mean, the Maestro play, just the anchor play in general was on point.
I think this is what you have to worry about if you are bad. You have to worry about the roam game of Rogue, because Consulate really leans on that. If you're able to apply a lot of pressure, 82 and 18, again, this is something that we expected. It's Rogue. They're always highly voted, but they always end up getting knocked out. It happens. Again, like you can vote all you want, you can have your opinions, but honestly, at the end of the day, stats are just stats.
You're right.
It's what happens in match, not on paper. But as we're getting loaded into things, our bad is going to have to worry about this roam game of Rogue, and Rogue's going to start on defense as well. So our bad has to try and find a way to shut that down, whether it be in bans or just operator lineups in game. We'll have to see. But, I mean, we've already seen it from the likes of Vert. He's able to roam extremely proficiently, very, very dangerous, and there's quite a few members of Rogue that are able to accomplish this exact same task. So, if they go for a heavy roam game, our bad could be staring down probably a quick 7-3. I mean, if they're not able to shut down Rogue's roam game, really, what do they have?
Nothing. An L. So Capital is going to be the first ban. They took the Brazilian off the map.
No Capital.
Both are just way too much. And the second ban is coming through, but it's taking some time. Let's see what our bad has on their mind. And with a second to go, it's going to be
Nomad. Good ban.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Nomad's going to get banned out on Consulate because it makes it to where you're safely able to rotate as well as hop out of windows if you want to get that aggressive. Gridlock and Nomad are kind of two peas in a pod, especially when Nomad and Gridlock are on the field. It makes it very, very difficult. Mira going to get banned out as well. She's fantastic on every single map. Some teams just don't like to play her at all. Consulate's probably one of her worst maps comparative to the other maps. Again, she's great on every single map, but on the spectrum, this is probably one of her lesser of. But Echo going to get banned out last. Incredible op. Great gun. MP5 SD actually has more damage than the regular MP5, which is
something. Gives it more damage.
Yeah, of course. Of course it does. Yeah, but again, I think everyone knows exactly why Echo is going to get banned out. Those yokai incredible. Able to find anyone being extremely aggressive on the offense or just able to clear out those off-site rooms extremely easily with those yokais without having to put your face in anything. So we are going to have Carnage pick up Gridlock, as we saw Arbad pick it up quite often last time around, but is going to get 6 picked away to a Thatcher, which is more than likely going to be the smart play here. And we're actually going to have Thermite instead of Habana, which is a bit questionable, and I'll explain why. Thermite, for this site, you actually have to obviously move up to the wall in order to use his exothermic charge. With Habana, you can do it from range. On this site, you don't want to go anywhere to use an exothermic charge because you're going to get shot, especially flag hallway. Marcy, if you could please move to the projector wall for me, please. So as you see, easily is going to be reinforcing this wall. The reason you don't want to be thermized is because obviously you have to walk up to the wall to exothermic charge it, and this is a wall that is more or less the pendulum of who's going to win the round. If you're able to get it open, you're able to take over projector extremely easily. If you're not, then easily gets to sit inside and more or less play devil's advocate. He's got an M590 and Toxic Babes. You're not going to be able to get pressure too easily. So while he moves up there, obviously he's going to get pressured from flag hallway because moving up in there is going to get held down from, thank you, small office or the guy peeking out from bathroom. So with that being said, our bad's already in kind of a bad spot. They might try and pressure yellow here. We'll just have to see.
Coming in from the south side is going to be our bad, and a little bit of pre-fire coming out from Slash. He was trying to get a spawn kill, but he was unable to connect as well. Running straight into projector. He's going to go ahead and he's going to run straight through it. He's going straight to Visa. So, our bad. Let's see if Callie and Tuffy can go ahead and make a big difference with Buck and also Ash. But Glitch is going to be on Jackal, so he's going to have a big responsibility when it comes to clearing that roam play that you and I were talking about beginning of the game. So, droning out just a tad bit and circling around yellow stairs. They're going to make sure that it's clear, and the drone, they're able to tag out one player, and Vertical is looking for a heartbeat through his cardiac sensor and able to pick up anything. Let's move down to the 2-minute mark in just a few seconds.
Gonna have Callie trying to claim some map control. Starts at the bottom of yellow near vending. Drone game now coming through. Not too many presets this time around. It's more than likely they were just identifying site or upstairs inside of admin. So they will be able to finally recognize out that there's no one inside of piano. Going to do some rudimentary work inside of piano. The 2 drones will get taken down on yellow, so we'll be able to identify out that shuttle is playing inside. ADS tricking is something we see every once in a while, and Shuttle's going to be doing that, trying to burn the frag grenades instead of the stun grenades, which is a smart thing to do. Callie gets rid of some of the barbed wire as he challenges out on the coattails of the slash hug, but it's not going to take too much damage as he'll be able to maintain. It's actually a quick shot, but Shuttle can't find the head. Takes quite a bit of damage as well as a frag grenade will come through, and that's going to be his life over.
Yeah, Tough able to hit a Kobe on Shuttle as he's trying to run away, and coming through the bathroom is going to be easily, and Callie's going to cut it short. Able to get that kill. His health is now going to go down to absolutely 10, and with 2 straight kills coming in as a frag grenade, it's going to take out Callie as well. Roll currently down 2-4. You're going to have Pulse and also Maestro. 2 operators that are great when it comes to clutching, as Vertical is going to be able to get out a lot of intel, and the teammates on the Black Eye is going to be able to help out as well. Clips jumping down the hatch. He's going to be able to almost even the odds, taking Tuffy out the game to now face a 2v3.
Eclipse not laying down and allowing Arbad to have free reign over anything, going to make a quick move down the hatch and continues to answer on as he'll put quite a bit of damage on Connector, and all of a sudden it's even and above as it's all left up to Beastly. Former pro up against pros. What else would you rather have? Quite a bit of health on him as well, but Eclipse trying to challenge with a bailiff. He does still have 16 shots. His pulse has already rotated downstairs, trying to find him with a nitro cell. Hopefully he doesn't nitro cell out his friend, but he's actually going to mask the movements of Eclipse. Smart play by Rogue, and again, that's what you want to do when it gets down to crunch time on site. You have to try and battle outside of the box. You can't lay down and allow them to continuously apply those pressures, just hold angles. Rogue going to do exactly that. He drops the hatch. Out of anything to do, you go, that's probably not the best thing that we leave sight all up to one person, but guess what? He's able to answer back, kills the buck underneath. That was a man that was getting so much pressure onto site early on. Tuffy gets locked down. All of a sudden, it's all in Rogue's favor, up to a Thermite, not able to do too much. And again, you saw them prioritize yellow, mainly because they didn't have that Habana.
Yeah.
You really can't put any pressure onto Projector unless you have her, because again, Thermite can't challenge Flag Hallway. It's just a death sentence. You don't want to do that. They did do a very good job of taking over yellow, though. I will give them that. Burning the ADSs and getting a frag grenade inside to handle the Jaeger. Very quick play as well. Some aggressive plays on the bathroom that actually ended up working out for them. Just for Rogue, did not have an answer for that. I don't think that they assumed that Arbad was going to do such a hard take onto yellow, but nonetheless, we're able to answer it out.
And it's not common that you see an aggressive play coming in from Maestro, but Eclipse, he didn't care. Jumping down the hatch, getting 1 kill, going right up to the top floor once again and getting, I believe it was 2 kills, 1 kill. He was able to help Vertical out when it came to clutching that scenario. It was something that I was actually worried about when I saw it, which is why I called it. Eclipse did a phenomenal job. He played the game absolutely perfect. His patience paid off. That first headshot when he went upstairs and saw that player going in a projector was key. That opened up everything for Rogue and Arbad. Looking at the situation where it was 4v2, you know, they had the rug swept right underneath their feet. Weren't able to clutch it up, and Rogue currently up 1-0.
Mid-hold now being adopted by the likes of Rogue, and we see this held quite often when holding downstairs. Just limits the potential for a quick takeover of Piano, so Arbad's going to have to try and find an answer for that. They're going to go for the traditional way, which is start over on the admin windows, work your way across, east to west, and then down to the next floor. This can work out for them actually quite well, as there is no presence from Rogue upstairs, and with the amount of soft destruction they're bringing in the likes of Tuffy, they're going to be able to establish quite a few angles to shut down this hold of Rogue downstairs. Only thing is, obviously, Bathroom does not have a destructible ceiling. It's going to be a concrete ceiling for that. So Tuffy won't be able to gain immediate access to Bathroom, but he will be able to shut down the rotates unless they want to try and drop the hatch.
A little bit of drone play coming in from Callie. He's not able to see anybody just yet, but placing it right behind that couch. He's going to go ahead and try to make a move. Make sure he's clearing out that whole second floor, shooting out that default camera. He's going to team up with Tuffy, utilizing those skeleton keys to open up a few, well, peeking angles from the second floor. He's going to see if he can catch somebody on a rotate. But nothing's going to come yet, but the Jackal, he was able to spot out some footsteps. We see that downstairs in the basement, and in Piano, that's pretty much the default spot for Buck. Tuffy's going to take advantage of it, and Stokes, you're questioning this play right now.
Yeah, they've already dropped off of mid. They added all the reinforcements, but there's really going to be no tough hold here by Rogue, because they're not trying to battle up against Arbad. Arbad's idea was to just establish angles upstairs with Tuffy and lock down the pathing of Rogue, so might have been a good idea to drop out of Bathroom quick and early on, as Now Arbad is trying to barrel towards site, but again, all 5 of Rogue still alive, and you can really build all of this around vertical. He's just able to sit on that cardiac sensor and play Maestro for his entire team, as he's going to be able to coordinate all of the plays and get all of the intel for them. And Arbad trying to find an early pick here, but nothing going to happen just yet. They do have one panel open, but it's going to be Shuttle with the initial frag.
And the time is definitely going to work out in Rogue's favor. With all the Toxic Babes currently in the hands of Easily. He's going to have 45 seconds to burn, and there's only 38 seconds left to go. We hear an explosion go off, and on the second floor, Shuttle isn't able to see anybody on Spiral, but Eclipse is going to see Tuffy, where he's going to get the headshot, and Slash Hug is going to get the kill on Cali. So our bad currently down 2v5. Let's see if they have what it takes. We saw a clutch round number 1 in this similar scenario. Are they going to be able to work magic on their own? A few smoke grenades currently going out. Beastly is looking for a shot on Yellow Stairs, unable to see anything just yet. 10 seconds left to go. Lasers coming out from the Evil Eyes, and it's now going to be a 1v5. Beastly gets taken out, and Rogue, they're going to have a flawless win.
Arbad just extremely unfocused and exactly what they wanted. They're more or less everywhere on the entire map, and Rogue was able to battle out of that. Especially with Shuttle being able to rotate upstairs for free, they immediately abandoned that and didn't have anything to watch for flank presence. They were like, okay, everyone's downstairs, so we kind of have to focus on something. And they really didn't focus on much. I mean, they did, again, have that initial map control upstairs. They had all of the mid floor and top floor, were able to establish the angles with Tuffy that they needed. They needed to be able to get rid of the bandit batteries that were going to be on Garage Wall, as well as a few other angles to hold down Spiral Rotate, as well as a handful of others. But again, they didn't do anything with them. Just because they're there doesn't mean that they're the end-all be-all, that Rogue is not going to do anything. Just because you see the angle doesn't mean that someone is watching it. Granted, you do have to respect that it's there, but with, the likes of Rogue, it's like, hey, they're already focused over here. They really don't have a main focal point that they're trying to focus on right now. Let's try and play into that. And Rogue did it extremely well. Now we're going to be going over towards Lobby, though, after Rogue was coming out that flawless round where, again, Arbad, all the map control in the world, just not really able to do anything with it. This time it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Again, Verticale going to be elected by Rogue, and they're going to be adopting the Mute and Mozzie combo. Been a hot topic conversation amongst casters and players alike recently, and the fact that you can get rid of so much utility in the effects of information game. The drone economy of Arbad is going to be devastated by this setup. You're able to steal drones, up to 3 of them, and then you're able to jam the rest of them if needed. You're all of a sudden taking 10 drones down to 7 instead, and that's a very, very big thing, especially with the Slash Hug as well with those Mute jammers.
I'm really loving the execution that Rogue is currently presenting in front of us. Last round, you questioned about their presence on the first floor, where basically they give a piano and let Buck roam through with all the skeleton keys that he had. But Rogue, with their placements, they were able to, premeditate what was going on, and they took out every single player from Arbad, having a flawless victory, 5-0. And, Rogue, they're on top of their game. Arbad, on the other end, they haven't had a round yet where it was like, okay, they're going to be so dominant. With 2 kills going straight through, it's going to be a 4-4 currently, and we still have more than 2 minutes to go.
Again, very, very big pick here by Vertical. That's going to mean no EMPs, which, again, just because it's a site that does not really require hard destruction, I mean, they don't even have any hard destruction on Arbad, first of all, but Thatcher is such an important operator. He can literally get rid of all the jammers, all of the pests of Mozzie. He can disable Vert's pulse cardiac sensor. He can disable the Evil Eyes. There's so much stuff that he can do, even get rid of Goo Mines. EMPs are so powerful in this game, and to lose them that early on and really not have any of them used, it's a massive deficit for Arbad.
So Eclipse currently aiming down the sights and console office, isn't able to see anybody, and looking over there via the stairs. He sees the explosion coming in, but there's going to be no one left in the sights. There's going to be a player on rappel right outside of that window, and they definitely know he's there, but it's patience at this point. Minute 30 left, and that's going to be a waste of C4 coming in from Smash. Ali is going to get the 2K. Rogues in another 2v4 scenario.
That SMG-11, it's not the best for Slash Hug right there, so it's going to kick to the right. A little bit of unpredictability sometimes, but time definitely not going to play into his favor. Quite a bit of damage, as you guys are going to hear those Goo Mines go off practically everywhere. Tuffy to make this a 1 versus 4, but easily to try and fight back. Finds 1, still 2 to find. Diffuser in the hands of Beastly. It's going to be that Zofia is waiting for the hatch peek. Gets a quick shot. Hell of a shot by Easily. Threads a needle there. quick shots, though. Battling back and forth. There's going to be Glitch to finally shut things down. Our bad finding their first round.
Pretty unfortunate for Easily. He was unable to get that first kill on the first player that he saw rotating out from around that desk. And when he got up, Glitch was right there behind him, a little bait and switch, and he was able to clean up the last kill, putting a round under Our Bad's name. So, hey, I'm going to call it a comeback. It's going to be 1-2. But we're going to go in the console office meeting room once again, where Rogue, they're going to try to rack up yet another win on defense to see if they can go ahead and stretch the lead a little bit more.
Well, Our Bad having good presence upstairs is really what won them that round, able to shut down Rogue's verticality, and it brought it all down to just Mozzie left after they had quite a few entry frags, and that initial trade, just Claymore detonating a little bit too late, allowing Vertical to get that early pick, but doesn't seem like they really needed the EMPs at the end of the day, as it was a 1v4. So jumping into things now, it's going to be Rogue to try and answer back to exactly what Our Bad was doing. And it was really just early pressure upstairs and off site. So if Our Bad tries to go for the same thing, then we're more than likely going to see an admin take this time around. But no hard destruction adopted this time either. So again, it calls into question exactly what is going to be your idea for this site. Are you guys going to try and EMP off the ADSs at the top of yellow? That could be a thing. You can always just drop those right on the roof, and they're able to actually get rid of those ADSs, or quite a few of them at least. But we're going to have an 11-hit Castle Barricade, which you guys don't know. Castle Barricades take 12 hits to break, so you hit them 11 times. They're still just as bulletproof as they are at 0 hits. So it makes it for a quick rotate or a quick surprise for somebody that's going to be playing inside of the office.
Being that the site is on the second floor, I mean, is hard breach absolutely necessary?
Quite a bit of the time it is, unless you're just going to try and do a hard take onto yellow. But hard destruction on this site can get you a couple things. You can get you pathing from yellow if you have yellow completely established off. You can obviously make a hole into a console office or the pantry of it. Or it's more important if you're going to do an east to west take, where you're going to try and get pressure onto projector, which you're going to need Habana for. But again, it's not absolutely necessary on any site. It's just that it makes things a little bit easier. We are going to have Vertical as well as another one of his friends. It's going to be Slashag. The Ump brothers will be downstairs trying to handle business on Garage.
All right, with the skeleton keys definitely blown off half of the garage door. Vertical was able to put in a few shots and able to connect. He's going to go ahead and rotate away from that. IQ isn't going to be on the board, so Vertical has no immediate counter on his end. They're not going to have that little cat and mouse chase that we're used to seeing. So Vertical still being alive is definitely big for Rogue, and you have some good defensive operators as anchors as well as in Maestro and Smoke. So as long as Rogue are able to keep those 3 players alive, that's going to make the job for Slashag and Shuttle so much more easier.
Yeah, this is going to be all up to timing on this EMP that they're going to try and pull with Carnage. Carnage is actually downstairs, so he might just toss the EMP at the side of the yellow pillar to try and get rid of these, but I don't believe the radius is going to reach that. They're trying to handle yellow, and we're already halfway through the round, and literally all Shuttle has to do is just sit here, just constantly waste time. He doesn't have to do anything else. He's going to be able to run through. Callie is actually going to be the one to find him as he gets aggressive at the right time. Answers out towards Shuttle, is easily trying to get aggressive once again, rotates in, actually able to take down Ash as they're both laying prone next to each other now, but it'll be Eclipse. Clean up Callie instead as rotates back through the hole, but it's going to be Glitch once again to trade it back. So, pretty equal, but not too much rat presence right now for Our Bad. They do have control of yellow, which is going to help them out quite a bit, but Eclipse is on the other end, and again, you don't want to peek into that all to, it's not going to be too well for you. Vertical now trying to rotate through Piano, and quick headshot by the likes of Eclipse. Earns them the double kill on the round so far, and Our Bad trying to pick up the pieces, which once again, all they have for map control is yellow. They have to try and make an adjustment here, or they're just going to send yet another, practically sacrifice up yellow.
Yeah, the yellow stairs was going pretty well as easily throughout a Toxic Babe. It was unfortunate that Toxic Babe went past Callie. When Callie was able to turn around with Ash and get the kill on Shuttle, it opened things up for Our Bad. But fortunately, he was able to run in with a shotgun, got a double down, and now Eclipse is starting to finish what easily started. A few pings coming in. It's going to be from Vertical as now Rogue, they're going to know exactly where this player is in between bathroom and yellow stairs.
This is a danger of Pulse, man. Pulse is so good in these instances where all they're going to have to try and do is swing into the windows, and this should be some quick frags. Eclipse will find 2 Beastly, but it's going to be Eclipse again. That's going to be Eclipse ace on the round as Rogue once again finds round 4. And again, that is all going to be off the back of Eclipse's efforts. He's able to shut down the yellow take, and it was just one body after one body after one. You have to apply pressure other places, and that's not what Our Bad did. They didn't try and apply any presence on the console windows, didn't try and put anything on connector, nothing on projector. There was nothing else going on for Arbad except, hey, we got a kill on yellow, and we're going to continue to try and put a body up it until we're either able to kill Eclipse or gain presence somewhere else. And Eclipse had an answer for it every single time.
And that was just Eclipse holding down that lane so damn well. And, you know, you're going to have to give him a lot of credit for the ace, which is a nice thing to have, but also he got it from the help of Vertical. Vertical being underneath and being able to tag players left and right. There were more pings than usual that we saw that round. He was able to tag players in bathroom, yellow stairs, coming in through window, and that's going to show how valuable Post actually is if you keep that player alive. If you know that Vertical is, you know, the type of player that runs around and is able to gather all types of valuable intel for his team on that operator, why not bring a counter? Why not clear that out before you go into the site? That made the situation so much harder for Alibad. So, you know, basics first. Get rid of the roamers, go in the site, make sure Post isn't going to be there to make your job harder by any chance at all.
You're making things extremely easy for Rogue, and that's something that obviously you don't want to do. You don't want to do that for your opponent. Just having really not even one leg to stand on is not the best. And just having a straight yellow take with no presence anywhere else makes that extremely easy for Rogue. Again, all you have to have is Maestro, stare at the top of yellow. No one's going to be really able to cross. As a last-ditch effort, you go to console windows and try and swing in. And not only do you have one man that's laying close to the windows, but you also have the man that's been sitting inside of connector the entire time with an Alda be able to also claim those 2 kills as well. It's just last-ditch effort's not really working out. It's Tuffy on a higher angle so that Slashug's not going to pre-fire that high. Instead, he's trying to pre-fire low enough where a regular standing man would be. Tuffy's able to get a quick kill, and that's going to be the Bandit as well. Quite important. Jackal Track's now coming out as it will be on to Pulse, and it appears that Tuffy is sick of it.
All right, and Tuffy's going to be the one that's going to take out Eclipse. But also, Cali is the Ash player that was able to almost pop off last round. I want to see more of it. It was unfortunate the way he died. But being Ash again, still round number 4, so earlier on, he still has another chance to make a big difference. And a hole coming in from Piano, that's going to open things up. The verticality is easily. He's going to have a shotgun primed, and he's going to try to stop whoever's currently up there. And with the rotation coming through, I wonder if Rogue are going to try to stop that by any chance. They did an extremely good job at holding this down without any first floor presence before. But it's not working as Tuffy is going to get the headshot on Vertical as he throws a C4 up there trying to get that kill.
That's tough for Vert. That's definitely tough. Nitro Cell going to fall, but obviously no one to detonate it. Shuttle and easily last 2 alive, and this is usually the time where you want to say, hey, weigh on your backbone, but the backbone's currently getting eliminated by Tuffy, and it's going to be Cali to capitalize on the last kill. Flawless round for Arbad to try and bring them back.
Back and forth, flawless round. Hey, you're going to get one, we're going to get one as well. Great gameplay coming in from Arbad, and they corrected their mistakes the last time they played the basement garage area against Rogue. You know, they went into Piano, made quick work of that, and they were a nuisance. Vertical was taken out before he was able to detonate a C4. Arbad played that perfect, which is why all players were obviously left alive. But shortening the difference in score, Arbad currently down by 1 point now. They have a chance to tie things up right before halftime. After this, both teams are going to switch sides, and we're going to see how Rogue are going to fare on offense while Arbad switches over to defense.
Well, Rogue made it pretty easy for Arbad, let's be honest. There was no presence upstairs, mid-floor, nowhere. They only had presence downstairs. Granted, they did have Vertical across his Pulse, playing over inside of the archive/E-box area. But Arbad was able to recognize that out pretty early on, off the back of Tuffy's efforts, initially getting the entry frag, but then also finding 3 more after that, especially with being able to establish the angles upstairs, which really spelled disaster for Rogue. They couldn't really find anything else, and they already knew where the one roamer was, and if you can even really call him a roamer. I mean, he's still on the exact same floor, just a little bit offside over in Archives, which you can more or less read out early on enough that, hey, they're probably going to have somebody playing in Archives because that's a regular thing. Able to Jackal Track him with the likes of Glitch last round, and really able to just take over the round as a whole. On this map, especially if you don't play mid-floor on Garage Cafeteria, excuse me. If you don't play mid-floor on Garage Cafeteria, then you're going to get immediately punished for that because there's a lot of source destruction that most teams will bring, and you're able to take control of Piano and establish all of these angles that are extremely, extremely dangerous, and Arbad proving exactly that.
All right, close shooting a few passes here or there, and one of them was notably shot right outside the window. I usually don't throw them on the wall because I didn't know they could catch him as it jumps through the window. But the Maestro is going to get tracked by the Inox Model 3 in. Glitch, he's going to back right on up. He's going to let Tuffy go ahead and lead the way as he drone it out for him just momentarily.
Yeah, some very intelligent uses of those pests. Yeah, if you didn't know, you can actually set those up next to hatches, windows, everything to catch.
So it'll catch it midair. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it'll actually catch it. Yeah, it'll actually catch it midair. But that's going to be a very large pick. That'll like avert early on. Tuffy, the man that got the quad the last round, will be down. Again, off-site presence is a very big thing. Burt able to survive some jackal tracks this time around and gets the big pick that they needed. The only soft destruction left that they have is Glitch's secondary shotgun, as well as Callie with those breaching rounds. And again, they're going to have to try and pick up these pieces because right now it's looking like it's going to go all Rogue's way. Our bad definitely slowed down this time around. Tuffy's been the one to really get aggressive. Callie's had bursts of speed, but nothing else besides that point.
Yeah, playing Garage twice in a row. Rogue, they had no presence on the first floor, and this time around they changed things up, and they start off the game with a nice kill. You see Eclipse currently roaming around Piano, and the pre-fire wasn't there. The PP-10 barely missed the head on Yellow Stairs. But Callie, he's going to continue to be aggressive, but now the intel has been shared to the rest of the team. Next Thermic Charge is currently going to Garage Door on the right side, and BC is going to back up, and he's going to zoom in towards White Van to see if he can pick up a shot. With Callie on Yellow Stairs, our bad. They're ready to run in. Less than a minute left.
With Eclipse being able to stay alive upstairs, it's going to be extremely dangerous for Arbad to try and cope with this execution. He's going to be able to get a free flank unless they try and keep that man up on the pantry hatch, upstairs or cubby, whatever you want to call it, upstairs on console office. Eclipse also now has drones to be able to recognize out exactly where his safe pathing can possibly be. They've already rotated the man off of the hatch as well upstairs. He's rotated over towards Yellow. It's going to be Carnage on the Thatcher. So as execution comes through now, look to Eclipse to make the big play to shut this down.
All right, 30 seconds left to go, so gunfire coming up from Yellow Stairs, and Callie is going to get the best of Eclipse. It's now going to be a 4v4. Our bad. They're going to try to run down Yellow Stairs, but Shuttle ain't having it. Callie gets stopped right in his tracks and push it in towards Black Car. Shuttle is going to get a 2K. It's going to be one more player. He's going to get downed over near White Van. Glitchy is out, but Beastly, there you have it. He's going to get headshotted by Easily.
Even though Eclipse died in the process, able to distract Callie just enough to where Shuttle's able to move up and reacquire Yellow Stairs. Yeah, again, just because you die doesn't mean you don't have an impact on the round. Eclipse died there. He lost the gunfight to Callie, but that allowed Maestro to move up and get more aggressive onto Yellow. Kills out Callie. The only three remaining have to try and funnel through Garage, and that's exactly what Rogue wants. Put him into the grinder, and that's exactly what they did. Arbad gets turned into minced meat, and that's going to be the fourth round for Rogue as they're barreling down towards finally being able to go towards closed bracket once again. They've already made it once before. They made it to closed bracket once, but ended up losing out.
That was a phenomenal play by Maestro, and we've seen phenomenal Maestro play all throughout the night. But it's going to be Glitch's turn. He was the first one to showcase him and really assert his dominance. Rogue's going to be on attack, so their aggressive behavior is definitely going to be rewarded the way that they wanted to. But taking a look at how the rounds are won, it's all been done by elimination. And it's cool to see because this map, you see more plants than usual, especially when it comes to top floor and, second floor and also Garage. With 20 seconds left to go in preparation phase, Rogue 3 rounds away from going ahead and taking the next step. Play in the playoffs so they can go to land there in December. Last year, we saw them beat teams such as Evil Geniuses and Space Station Gaming, and it was a phenomenal performance, and they were crowned Team USA. They're looking to have a repeat. Most of the pro teams that enter these tournaments, they've run into a lot of trouble. And teams like Parallax, Our Bad, they've been the cause for it. But let's see if history repeats itself with Rogue. They're ready to show the world that, hey, listen, we're ready for the next stage. We're done losing. We have what it takes.
Yeah, again, you can sit there and talk about stats all day, but it's what happens in match rather than what happens on paper. But this time around, it appears that what's happening on paper is coming to fruition as Rogue is in the lead right now, but Arbad trying to play aggressive towards admin windows. Jaeger is poised and waiting for somebody to possibly repel out there. We'll be able to drone him out. Those stun grenades now coming through as Eclipse is going to try and find the frag onto Carnage. If he does get aggressive, they need somebody on the opposite window. Eclipse playing very close to the chest right now. Is actually an upside down rappel as easily will find Tuffy. That's actually going to be the Bandit. Where exactly did he fall? Kind of a weird window to be able to recognize that out. I believe it was inside of admin. So, yep, he was repelled upside down on admin. Okay, just wanted to make sure of that. So, Tuffy will fall inside of admin, and he has already put down his bandit batteries though, and they do have slash rug, but they also have vert. So again, you don't have to worry too much. We're going to see the regular take that we see on this site, which is take over admin, move your way up through copy, throw an EMP against the wall, put your exit Kairos charges on with your Habana, and blow the wall open. They are also playing double hard breach here as well, so easily could help out just a little bit if they want to try and establish some other angles. Actually, they're going to use slash for this instead, which is a touch questionable, I'm not going to lie, by Rogue.
Yeah, bad luck for Tuffy as he gets taken out early, but the intel advantage is going to be on our bad. With no IQ in play, Callie is going to run free with the evil eyes, excuse me, the black eyes, and Glitch is going to have the evil eyes that's going to be in play. And setting up the drone right there. They're going to have a pretty good view at stairs going up to the second floor, but there's going to be nobody there. As we're now pushing down to 1 minute and 5 seconds, Rogue is ready to make a move, starting with a little clear coming from yellow stairs. Vertical is going to drone out a little bit more as there's enough time on the clock to gather some more intel. And the bathroom, it's going to be a Maestro. I'm not sure if you saw him, but
yeah, Rogue's moving so
he's going to have to be careful.
Yeah, Rogue's moving so very slow right now. They do have some presence still inside of admin, but again, this is our bad's time. Time's always on the defense, especially in these sub-minute times, and they're trying to find any pick, and that's the one that they need. They need Callie. Knock him down, but he does already have those black eye cams out. Valkyrie's so good on this map, and it appears that everything's starting to fall apart for our bad. That'll be the smoke. Callie's already down. It's all left up to Glitch. 1 versus 5. We've seen the man have at least a 3K bring things back before, but it's going to be a hell of a shot from Slashug and a flawless round by Rogue as all the pieces of the puzzle seem to fall into place.
Yeah, great round by Rogue. They played that extremely well, and Slashug on the yellow stairs just asserting his dominance, man. Rogue. Now moving towards round 8, they're looking to close this out. They're going to be 2 rounds away, and our bad, they've had a good showing so far. So let's see if they can go ahead and, pick it up this time around. But being down 2-5, they're going to have to win 3 more rounds to tie things up, and it's not looking likely. Rogue, they're starting off hot, they're starting off fast, and they're always being the ones getting the first bloods, and they're not looking back at all.
I'll counter that just a little bit. I'm going to say on offense, Rogue's taking their time, man. They're taking their time. They're letting our bad think, everything's right as rain. But as soon as it gets to that sub-minute, they're executing hard. And it's working out for them really well. They're also making adjustments on rotations as well, rotating Slashug downstairs to try and handle yellow because they knew that more than likely that was going to be the last effort to try and shut things down. They had the long angle established inside of flag, be able to try and hold down door. They just had the 2 reinforcements next to it. So it's kind of a tight angle. You have to motion up through that central office area to try and get that longer angle into flag. But besides that, it's really been the Rogue show for these last couple of rounds. And our bad, again, that last round was the one they really needed to make a stand, but they didn't really have any adjustments. They burned their utility, and then when it came down to gunfights, it was just the Rogue show. They really didn't have an answer for any of it, didn't have the angles that were really needed to try and battle back, and it appeared that Rogue really just had an answer for all of it. I will say one thing, though. I'm very interested to see what they're going to be able to do with this Valkyrie, because as of right now, it appears that Callie really hasn't been able to do too much. I mean, they recognized out early that admin was going to be the take, but that was more by face checking and everything else. Valkyrie on this map in particular is so powerful. There's so many places to put these black eye cameras, and we haven't seen too much presence by them outside just yet. There's no IQ getting picked up by Rogue either.
All right, we're drone coming in. Shuttle is going to try to clear out yellow stairs along with his fellow teammate. His vertical is going to run right in, and they're going to clear out garage momentarily. Shouldn't have a default drone. It's going to be nobody down there in that kitchen area, so Shuttle is going to drone out piano. There's going to be no presence there. Going to move all the way up, and that yellow stairs dominance is going to be the name of the game. It's going to be key. It's Callie is going to catch Slashug. A nice headshot. Our bad currently up by 1 player.
Good situation so far for our bad, and that's going to be the Habana as well. They do still have easily for hard destruction, but this is going to be a yellow take. Trying to burn ADSs, but again, as we've seen adopted quite often recently, going to try and ADS trick, which you keep one on your person, you put it down later on to try and catch a frag grenade instead of stuns, keep yourself alive, and keep that presence on yellow. Now trying to find an answer is Shuttle's going to establish an angle underneath with the breaching rounds to make sure that he cannot rotate out. This man is established, locked in. He cannot leave yellow unless he wants to try and push to the door. But actually a quick answer by Callie. That's going to be a double kill all the way from tellers, all the way downtown towards benches. That's going to be a big impact frag.
Callie definitely helped out because Carnage was stuck between a rock and a hard place, hiding behind a pillar on yellow stairs. They still know he's there, and he's still hiding. He's holding it down, doing his absolute best. With Ash currently out of play, It was leaving Thatcher all alone. Tuffy is going to run out, and with the run out, he was unable to get to 2K, barely missing a head on the player. But he will be the one that takes Vertical out the game. And with a repel down, Eclipse, he's going to get some more company as he's still trying to work up this yellow stairs entrance.
All right, well, easily an Eclipse. Eclipse does have Diffuser. Motions towards yellow, easily will start us off and brings it one step closer. It's going to be a two-piece, but no, it's going to be Carnage to shut down Eclipse. Has Diffuser on yellow stairs now, and rocking a hard place now for Easily instead of Carnage. Motions his way up flag hallway, but this should just be a quick frag out by our bad, and actually Easily still battling back. Triple kill for him. This will be an ace if he's able to find the rest. Only 30 seconds left, but don't have too much information on him. He's going to make another quick adjustment. Is he going to go for the yellow push? They're both low health. One bullet spells demise for either of them. It's Easily motions up now.
And whichever place he chooses, he's going to find himself in the 1v1, which works
those
out in his advantage. But throwing that flashbang and the ADS taking care of it, they know where he is. The Q comes out and Carnage cleans up the easy kill. Wasn't like Easily had a lot of HP to begin with, but hey, Carnage picks up yet another kill to give our bad another win.
Our bad finally making adjustments, man. That's what they
good on
need to
defense.
do. I mean, that was good communication. You could see it from the adjustments that they made. They recognized out that the breaching round from Ash was used inside of benches. They knew that Ash was more than likely going to be holding that angle. Have Callie rotate over and handle that situation, and it works out just fine for them. They're able to keep Jaeger inside of yellow, which, again, that was Rogue's bread and butter. That's what they wanted, and they weren't able to have it because of the adjustments that our bad made. Before, especially in that last round prior to the previous one, they didn't make a single adjustment. All they did was just lie in wait and just allowed Rogue to roll over him. And that's why it turned into the round that it did. Again, a flawless round by Rogue, and our bad finally being able to answer back.
All right, with the sixth pick going straight to Bandit. Our bad are going to try to do their best hold down this garage area. I wonder if there's going to be a lot of play on the first floor. We saw Rogue go away from that. They relinquished the entire first floor the first time they played Garage. Their defense was extremely well. Our bad, they're going to have presence nonetheless. They're going to look at the reinforcements that are currently going down. As Carnage is sent off a few of these bandit charges on the first floor over the public bathroom, this is going to be his domain. This is going to be his real estate, and he's not going to try to give it up at all.
5 seconds
so,
remaining.
5 seconds currently remaining. I believe he's going to watch it with Callie. He's going to rotate all around to the top floor. So there's presence on every single floor for our bad. Rogue's going to have to do a stellar job of clearing them out before they make a push down low.
Yeah, this is going to force Rogue to try and be smart about how they use their utility. Slash Ugg with an extremely quick X-Skyros. We're only 20 seconds in. Bandit Trick's actually going to get it, though. Those extremely long fuses on the X-Skyros makes things very difficult, as they now recognize out that Carnage is going to be Bandit Trick, and they do have double hard destruction, though, so they don't have to worry about it too much. He's actually going to split the difference. This is a very smart thing to do with those X-Skyros, so he has to choose one panel. And the beauty of it is they also have quite a bit of utility to dump inside as well, as Carnage is soon going to recognize out, oh, he actually ended up splitting those. So now they'll be able to get a little bit of utility in, whether it be stun grenades or what have you, but they do have a line of sight now into Garage.
Pretty unfortunate. So the X-Sky rolls aren't going to be extremely effective, but hey, with that hold there, they'll be able to get something in there like a stun grenade, and Eclipse is going to get in a headshot on Callie. So Rogue going to be up 1 life. Currently, less than 2 minutes is Eclipse is going to continue to roam around here on the first floor. Going into Visa, he's going to rotate all the way over to the second floor. Yeah.
Okay, Eclipse.
Dance in front of the camera before he shoots it out. He's feeling himself.
All right, well, Rogue already with early on pressure, have a little bit of presence on Garage with that established hole, but you have to stand up on the staircase to be able to see through it. And then we also have Eclipse that's already eliminated a roamer. This is exactly what you want on Consulate. Isolate those staircases, make it extremely hard for the roamers to try and have any presence. This map in particular really leans on roam game. If you're able to keep roam presence, you're more than likely going to win the round. But already shutting that down is going to be Rogue, and they've done a bang-up job of it. As you said, they had presence on almost every single floor, especially the mid-floor, but it's already all been abandoned as Rogue's definitely in the driver's seat.
A few more track singers coming out as Eclipse is able to narrowly dodge being a victim of a headshot. But jumping down in the archives, Gonna see if he can sneak a kill or two.
Oh, very nice vertical angle from Beastly. Those angles work both ways, and Shuttle's going to be a victim of that. Skyros now coming out once again, but Eclipse with a smart move will be able to rotate back down. 2 quick shots, and that's going to be a triple kill for Eclipse on the round, not recognizing out that the man had dropped archives. No information over there either. So now they have to worry about both angles, and they're going to pick them apart from both sides. And this is what you need. This is what you need on offense. You have to be able to collapse onto site, not just from a one-pronged attack. It's going to be Beastly with the M590 again, but he's going to have to ace out. Otherwise, this is going to be match point for the boys in blue.
Right, with the last kill, Vertical is going to whip out the pistol and whip out a W for Rogue, because they're going to win round number 9. They're 1 round away from making it to the next stage here at USN. But it was basically, it was Eclipse's flank and Vertical's just dominance. Once Eclipse made that flank, he was able to get a 2K, which added 2 more to his first kill, 3 total in that round. Vertical was able to pick up a kill. Dominance at Yellow Stairs kicked in, and Rogue went out of hand single-handedly.
Eclipse allowed them to get comfortable with knowing that that hatch was open, or even better, they more than likely didn't even have any information that that hatch was open. He broke the camera inside of Teller, pops the hatch, quickly is able to find a frag onto Jaeger, and then he has all of the mid-floor covered. Everyone else is downstairs, no real presence anywhere else. All they have to do is worry about sight.
That would have been their round if Eclipse didn't make that flank. They were doing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean they were able to battle back on Garage. They did have some pretty good luck with the bandit tricking, but again, some smart plays by Slashug, splitting the difference on the 2 reinforcements to make them have to worry about frag grenades or what have you. But again, they didn't know that Rogue didn't have frag grenades. So just some smart plays on the back end by Eclipse is able to open up the site and draw presence towards him. And Rogue again able to collapse onto site instead of just doing a one-pronged attack.
All right, Glyph's going to be on Kaid, and we also have Bandit in play, which was pretty much a tiny mistake that Arbad had last round. All they had was Bandit, and he used both of his batteries up in bathroom when he was trying to Bandit trick down at Garage. It left a few more hatches open, and that's where Rogue pretty much capitalized on the scenario. So here we are in the attacking phase, and Rogue 1 round away from winning the last game of the night. Let's see if things are going to go in their favor this time around. See Slashug and Vertical currently moving towards the garage door.
Much smarter user. So instead they're going to pick up the Kaid so that you can't split the difference anymore. Did he throw it on? Yes, he did. Yeah. Oh no, actually he's going to work out again, as didn't recognize out early on enough that that's what was happening. So Kaid's Electro Claws actually have quite a bit of a fuse on them as well to activate. And it kind of matches up exactly with Habana's when she clicks her activation. So you actually have to do it off the sound cue of them landing on the wall is when you have to throw your Electro Claw in there. If you do it any later, then you run the risk of it not working. And that's exactly what's going to happen, is Slash is going to make the exact same hole as last time. Now, the real question is, can they shut down Eclipse? Because it looks like they're poised to do exactly what they did last time. I mean, they already know that they have all of the upstairs, as you're going to see Vertical swinging towards Copy. They've already recognized out that no one's rotated up here, but Vert being safe. You can never be too careful in these kind of instances.
All right, and looking around the second floor, Vertical is trying to look for a body, but we're not able to see the X-ray of anybody just yet. So before they move down the garage, we're going to make sure they get rid of all the default cameras, and moving down Spiral stairs, Vertical is still on the hunt for a roamer or 2. Minute and 40 left on the clock, and that's more than enough time, throwing out an EMP grenade and also a drone. So let's see if we can pick out a straggler. Vertical still moving, not stopping just yet, shooting out one of Valkyrie's cameras.
Just look at, man, I'm just telling you, look at the amount of presence that Rogue has in different places.
Fast, too.
Yeah, it's very, very clean-cut play.
All right, and Piano, we hear a little explosion. That means Rogue are going to open things up a little bit more to look down in the garage, and Vertical with the patience. He's going to turn right back around, and the little hatch, he's able to see a little body in carnage. It's going to fall down. It's going to be the first blood of the round. So, placing a breach. Oh! He's going to get the double kill with the C4 Vertical and Shuttle. They're going to be out of here, and with the exothermic charge currently going down from easily, garage door will be open as Slashug finds another victim for Rogue. Our bad. This is going to be it for him. Callie, down to a quarter health. Tuffy and Beastly. They're going to have to do everything they can. I'm not sure if Beastly has a C4 currently, but with 30 seconds left to go, Rogue going to try to make that attack happen extremely soon.
Still paced up right now is Rogue. Is finally, that'll be the call sign for them to do something. Callie battles back, but it's going to be easily to answer. Basically, all left alone. We've seen him in this situation before. Last time, not able to win it out. Still have plenty of camps trying to work things out, but Eclipse is still having these upstairs angles. He's working the angle from the hatch right now. Beastly with a long, long angle. That SMG-11 is the man will be able to scathe outside. Eclipse plays it close, but that's going to be the answer that they need, and it's going to be Rogue to win it out and go to the closed qualifier happening next week.
All right, there you have it. Rogue finally done losing in. The hatch play coming in from Eclipse was definitely key. Is Rogue going to come out with the win 7-3, which is exactly what you predicted.
Yeah.
So, good job.
What's up, chat? How you doing? Tell me I don't know something. What's up?
Careful, Caster, you silver.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, no. Your boy's diamond in EU.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Talk
Talk your mess. I got a diamond charm this season. What's up?
All right, Eclipse. Stop it. 15-5.
I mean, dude, that was he was the guy that was most flexible on Rogue. Everyone else was more or less set in their ways. He was the guy that was more meshable. He was doing exactly what Rogue needed to win the rounds.
Yeah.
And it was extremely impressive, man. It was extremely impressive. Clean cut, didn't have to show too much. Again, it's honestly on their offensive sides where a lot of things showed, and he showed exactly how powerful Gridlock is. She might be a 3-armor 1-speed. I know that it turns a lot of people off to a lot of operators on attack, but Gridlock is something special, man.
It's just a utility playing the heavy weapon use that she currently has. I mean, as long as she stays alive to the later part of the game, the smoke grenades, the track stingers, it all comes in handy. But take a look at that. Our bad. They had some shining moments where they were able to look like they were going to pull out some rounds, but once Rogue clutched it up, and I believe the 2v4 scenario is right here, yeah. Eclipse and Vertical, this is when everything turned around. Our bad, they were on top, they were looking to win the first game, set the tone, which is extremely important, and, you know, they lost it all right there.
Yeah, as you said, it's a tone setter. I mean, it's the first round, and you're already getting clutched out on this hard. It's just not the way you want to go, man. Not the way, but again, with Rogue, they just seem comfortable, man. They seem really comfortable.
Yeah.
The closer that timer gets, especially for me in those sub-minute rounds, is where that panic starts to set in. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, they got to do something. They got to do something. But Rogue, you know, very calm, very collected.
Yeah.
Just move through the motions, and hey, ends up with them coming out on top 7-3. So, hey, community, you guys are finally right. Rogue won something.
Rogue won. Hey, this might be a new Rogue we see now, man. They're starting to win stuff now.
Look, after Valencia, man, I'm telling you, there was a light, there was something sparked in their eyes. Ranger looked so proud of those guys standing next to me, man. It was a feat to be had.
But you know what, Rogue, they've had the growing pains ever since December, and it's been rough watching them. They've been questioned, they've been tried. They haven't been on the top of the game, you know, when it came battling it out against other top 1 teams, tier 1 teams. And now they're starting to find their footing. They're starting to win now. They're winning lands. They're finally winning out this process at USN here in Stage 2. But, you know, now they have one more step that they need to take. They got to win the playoffs.
They got to win the playoffs.
Got to win the playoffs. Once they make it to land, I'm comfortable and, you know, confidently predicting that this team is going to do extremely well.
Again, you can do everything in the world, but if you don't follow through, then it doesn't matter at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, our bad, unfortunately. We're going to have to see him again. I'm going to say this, though. Do you know what it takes to get this far?
Yeah.
We've seen them way too many times. Carnage, Beastly, the rest of them. I mean, they have talent, pure talent. It's just they're unable to finish here in the final round. They've made it here way too many times.
Yeah, there was a lot of doubt in Rogue coming off of the last PL season, and I think that they're finally the team that they've wanted to be, especially with Vertical. They're performing so well. People are now being able to be flexible. What we saw before was an extremely rigid Rogue. It just was not working out for them. And Rainbow's just changed as a game, man. This game's almost been out for 4 years. It used to be all about the strats. We have a strat that's unbeatable. Now it's about flexibility, being able to adapt on the fly, especially in a best-of-1 format. That's what you have to be. You cannot be somebody that's rigid and they watch one VOD and go, okay, they're going to do this strat. Yippee skippy. Like, that's not how things are anymore. So Rogue just adapting to the times, man, and look, they might have a lot. They might have mostly, well, actually all old guard players on their team.
Yeah.
But they're doing a bang-up job.
Big time. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the one-on-one, the interview. I believe it's with my boy Rangers coming up right now. My man, what's going on?
How's it going?
It's going, okay, so I felt stupid the first interview because when I rewatched it, I saw Ella running around in the background. So shout out to the team dog. But, oh, there she goes. But Ranger, you guys finally made it. The curse has been broken. There's one more stage to go. But it was Eclipse. Eclipse with his flanks, Eclipse with his all-around play. that man was off the chain. I see EC in the background. But, you know, all around, Eclipse was great. When it came to facing off against Our Bad, were there any doubts in your mind that, you know, you guys just weren't going to win? I mean, you seemed confident in the interview before.
No, not really. I think we knew that Consulate was a good map for them.
Yeah.
But I think we have got a lot of faith in our Consulate, especially after that Chaos game where we came back. So we weren't too worried with where the map went or anything like that. I think we lost to Arbad in one of the USN qualifiers. Maybe that was the one we were playing with Adam. I think we were playing with Adam, though, for that one. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
you were.
We were. There we go. Thank you.
So,
but yeah, no, we weren't too worried, and we're obviously happy. So.
All right, so you're finally done with the best of ones. You're going to see yourself in the best of three. To you, what is just the prime difference, you know, best of ones and, you know, playing on a side that doesn't favor you and, you know, the real thing, the best of three?
Yeah, I mean, like, best of ones, and then especially even worse, best of ones with no overtime. Like, you just don't have time to, like, adapt and respond to things. So, you know, you can just kind of throw weird shit at the wall or weird stuff at the wall.
And it works.
And hope something sticks. And it's a really good opportunity to come up with upsets. So I think we found that when we were playing at LAN, we had a lot more consistency in coming back in games. And so, obviously, with the next stage of this being best of threes, that's something we are looking forward to getting back to.
All right. Stoke says, welcome to the Yeti Club.
Did Yeti swear on stream?
Exactly. So I have one more question to ask you, and I'm just going to leave it up to you, man. You guys have a big following. Whenever I go to LANs in Vegas, you guys have an audience there. It's a beautiful thing to see. Go ahead and show them love for the one time.
I mean, shout out to everyone from the Rogue Nation Discord. I know they're all having like a giant watch party in there during every single one of our games. And when I was in Twitch chat between the games, they're like, join. So shout out to them for being there. And the guys that come out to Vegas and drive out to the LANs to support us. Super big shout out and tons of love to them. We appreciate them being there and showing us the amount of support they do. So shout out to everyone who's a Rogue fan. And thanks for sticking with us. Hopefully, we're back to form.
All right, Ranger, listen, man, I love you. I love watching your team play, and I wish you guys all the success in the next stage here at USN. Hopefully, I'll see you soon at an upcoming LAN, all right? You take it easy,
Absolutely.
man.
You guys have a good night.
All right, we will. Have a good night. It's like 5 a.m. right now.
It is 5:03 in the morning.
We're going to have a good morning.
We're going to have a real good morning. I'm going to go home, make some Nutella toast.
Nutella toast? Oh, you're living life. Yeah. I'm on a health binge right now, but congratulations to Rogue. Oh, go ahead.
We got to talk about something real quick before we send this.
Go ahead.
We got MVPs, man. Come on.
Oh, we have MVPs. Right? I was waiting for the call.
It's my call. That's why.
Oh, go ahead. Do your thing.
I'll give you one guess. Give you one guess, chat. No, it's Eclipse. Eclipse, of course. Eclipse turned up this entire time, as I talked about earlier. He was the chess piece that was the most flexible. He was the queen. Haha, see what I did there. But no, he was the most flexible piece on the board and was really able to answer all of the problems that Arbad was trying to present. And that's why Rogue ended up winning the game ultimately. I mean, there was some fantastic kills or some fantastic moves that we saw come through from the rest of Rogue, but Eclipse was definitely the highlight player for me.
So my MVP was going to be Eclipse, but then you chose him first. So first off, I hate you. So I wound up choosing Slash Hug because, listen, it's the hard breacher dealing with that battle of the garage, whatever. He was on the opposite end when it came to kills, but his utility play was on key with Habana. I mean, being able to open up that hole in garage and his patience, working long vertical, and whoever else was Thatcher, I mean, it was key. It was obvious part of their success, and you have to give credit to the guys down on top of the board, but all the way at the bottom as well. They all have a part when it comes to winning. So, actually, I picked Shuttle, man. I believe it wasn't Slash Hug. No, I said Slash Hug, yeah. It's 5 a.m. I'm tired, man. I had a 14-hour flight I just came off of.
Excuses. Excuses. Casters can't be bad.
Hey, listen, man. Post-match stats, there you have it. Eclipse on top, 15-5. The man was an absolute beast, and that's going to be it. Our bad, you know, tough luck facing off against Rogue in the finals, and, you know, I'm pretty sure we'll see them again. So they come back better every single time. I don't doubt them at all.
Well, guys, that's going to be it really for the rest of the night. We do not have open qualifiers this Saturday, everyone. The semifinals are going to be next week's broadcast, so that's going to be it for Stage 2. But Stage 3 is right around the corner. September 14th is the Saturday, not Sunday, Saturday that you can get signed up and play with you and your 4 friends to get into this tournament. Get casted by moi and also Veli.
And Blue.
And Blue. Don't forget about Blue. I never forget about Blue.
Okay,
But you guys can get casted on the desk. That's the premise of what I'm talking about. So make sure to get signed up, get your 4 friends, possibly play against some of the best players in all of North America.
Yes, and I want to thank all of you guys, the best community out there, Rainbow Six Siege, USN squad. I want to thank you for tuning in to this episode, and we'll see you again Thursday. It'll be Stokes and I next time on USN.